What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ronnie here with RCBASSIN. Hey, I know that you're probably just like me, and when you get ready to take your boat out on the water, you want to try and be prepared for any situation that comes up. So stay tuned. I've got a great tip to share with you and a product review to go along with it. Stay tuned. This one's going to be a good one. Now, there's a lot of things that you've got to do to get ready to head out on a fishing trip. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I start prepping about a week in advance. And I'll go over my rods and reels, my tackle, my setups, checking my lines, checking the maintenance on my boat, my battery levels, fuel levels. There's a whole checklist of things that I go through when I get ready to head out for a fishing trip. And then when you're on the water, you never know really what might come up. And you want to try to be prepared for every situation possible. Sometimes that's really hard to do. So, have you ever been out at the boat ramp and you've come up on someone who forgot to charge their batteries and their cranking battery's dead and they can't get their motor to start? Or they're just having some kind of battery issue altogether. Maybe they've got a dead cell in their battery. It didn't hold a very good charge. They can't get their motor to crank. And then another situation I've come up on, and I'm sure plenty of us have seen this. Someone left their lights on in the parking lot at the marina or at the boat ramp. You've come back from a full day of fishing and their battery's dead and they can't crank their vehicle over. I think it happens more often than we like to think about, and we never really think about it happening to us, but it could. So this next thing I've added to my inventory for my boat and my fishing trips is something that I think is essential. It's a nice to have, but it really makes me feel more confident knowing I have this on the boat or in my truck. And that's a battery boost pack. Now, this battery boost pack is made by Yaber. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with this company, but I found this product on Amazon, and I'll leave you a link in the description below. And right now, there's even a 10% coupon going on that's available. If you're an Amazon Prime customer, you can get an additional 10% off on this battery boost box. And again, this one's made by Yaber. It comes in a hard clamshell case. It's got a zipper on it, and I've had this one on the boat now for a full season, and I've used it a couple of times, and in some of those instances I described before. So you can see it's pretty compact. It fits right in your hand. It's pretty lightweight. It's not very heavy at all. So you would think that because it's a battery boost, it's really heavy, but it's not. And you've got the power switch here on the front. I don't know if, and then you can see the battery power indicator lights up here. Of course, the more lights you have, the more charge that the battery boost box has on it. Here's where your connectors are in the end. And so you've got two USB ports. You've got a USB mini and a USB-C. And then you'll see the two terminals here where your booster cables actually connect to the jump box. And then I'll show you those. And so here's your cables. And of course, you've got your black for negative and your red for positive. And they're coated in a hard plastic, right? So they're pretty shock proof. And you can use this in the rain. I've actually had mine out in the rain before and used it. And no spark or risk of shock at all. I mean, it's designed for specifically for that. And this one's actually made for boats, trucks, diesel engines, and watercraft, jet skis, and boats. And then you have a smart connector on the end. You can see the shape of the connectors are different for the positive and the negative terminals, and they'll only connect to this box one way. So you can't hook it up backwards in reverse polarity and burn up your batteries or cause an explosion or something like that. So it's real easy to use. You power it up, you plug it in, put your the red clamp on your positive terminal and the black clamp on your negative, and it discharges the boost. You turn your key over and crank it, and you jump start your battery basically. Now, I've heard a lot of different opinions from folks about jump starting your boat motor. You're really not jump starting the motor. You're boosting the battery. So I've seen a lot of different videos out on YouTube about this, and a lot of folks have different opinions. I've checked the owner's manual on my boat motor. It doesn't say anything in there about boosting the boat battery. So I think you're pretty safe to be able to do this, and I've seen it done several times on the boat ramps and out at marinas. And again, you can charge your camera. So if you have GoPros or other action cameras on your boats, you can plug those up and charge them. You can plug up your phone, your tablet, pretty much whatever you need to charge. You can charge it off that battery box as well. So it serves multiple purposes, and really convenient to have, really easy to hook up. So far, I've helped a guy that was stranded out on the water who was trying to get back to the ramp with just his trolling motor, and we were able to actually get enough crank boost to his motor to get him cranked up so he could get back to the ramp. And then I've helped out some folks in the parking lot, some pleasure boaters out there who left some lights on and killed their vehicle battery, and I was able to give them a boost in the parking lot so that they could get back home. So it's really served its purposes, and again, it makes me more confident having that on the boat. Of course, you go through all kinds of checks to make sure that you're ready to get out on the water. But again, you never know what might happen when you're out there, and you need something to help give you an extra boost to get your motor cranked or recharge something on the boat. Hey, listen, it is good to be prepared. The more that you're out on the water and the more fishing that you do, the more you're bound to run into some of these challenges. Hopefully they don't happen to you, but if they do, you're prepared, and maybe you can help someone else out there on the water get back to the ramp safely, or at least finish their day with a smile on their face. I'm going to link you over to some other content on the channel, some different types of product reviews. And if you enjoyed this type of video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and let us know what other type of content you'd like to see here on RC Bassin. And last but not least, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get notified when we release new content on the channel. All right, until we get to talk again, stay safe out on the water, tight lines, and hook 'em up.